Hello Russian learners, you're watching the ARusPro channel. I'm Anastasia, and today I'm going to talk about two Russian words that sound very similar and are very confusing. ХОТЯ and ХОТЬ. So we're going to look at different contexts and different meanings of these words. And we will start with this little visual chart. If you look here, you will see that on the left we have ХОТЯ, in the middle we have хотя бы and ХОТЬ. And on the right, it's ХОТЬ бы. So we're going to start from here, from ХОТЯ. And let's take a look at some examples when we use this word. Сегодня был град и минус 30. Хотя синоптики обещали жару. So, хотя here means though. There was something that weather forecasters promised, literally. They обещали, они обещали. But despite this promise, there was hail and minus 30. So, of course, it's grotesque, but you know that in Russia, синоптики always обещают. Они всегда обещают something, but very often their forecasts are wrong. And what we really have has nothing to do with their forecasts, their predictions. So, хотя here means though. Next example. Вчера я купила новый телефон, хотя мой старый еще хорошо работает. Ему всего год. Again, I bought a new phone, even though my old one still works well. Again, хотя means though or even though. Despite the fact that I have a phone, a well-working phone, despite this, I still bought another one. Please don't do that because it's just waste of planet resources, especially if your phone is just 1 year old. By the way, ему here refers to телефон. And since телефон is он, it's masculine in Russian, we use this form, this recipient form of the pronoun он. Ему, literally to him. We will use the same form when talking about a person, a child who is 1 year old. It will be the same sentence. Ему всего год. So this is a very interesting feature of the Russian language. Телефон is an inanimate noun, but it's still a he, он. And number 3. Хотя мой друг живет в Америке, благодаря интернету мы можем общаться. Again, although my friend lives in America, we can communicate, we can keep in touch. Общаться is an interesting verb in Russian because it means to keep in touch, to remember about each other, to have a good time together. So it's a very multifaceted verb. You cannot say that it means to communicate solely. Because, for example, if you argue with someone, if you have a row and you don't talk and you don't even think about this person, or they don't exist for you anymore. And that means вы не общаетесь. Вы больше не общаетесь. So you don't keep in touch anymore. You don't meet, you don't talk, and so on. Right. Here we have хотя at the beginning, and still it means although. Despite the fact that my friend lives in America, we can be in touch, мы можем общаться, thanks to the internet. By the way, after this preposition, after благодаря, we use the recipient form of the noun or pronoun. So интернету is the recipient form of internet. Same form as this one, благодаря ему, thanks to him, or thanks to it if it's a masculine inanimate noun. So thanks to the internet, we can also use this pronoun for the internet. We can say благодаря интернету, благодаря ему. Very good. That was the word ХОТЯ on its own. Now let's take a look at some examples with ХОТЯ plus бы. So хотя бы and хоть are interchangeable when they mean at least. For example, дай мне хотя бы знак. Что мне делать? So at least a sign. Give me at least a sign. What should I do? Actually, here we imply что мне нужно делать. What is needed to do to me. You remember that мне is the recipient form. Что мне делать? This is how we say, what should I do? When you don't know what to do and you ask higher powers. Что мне делать? Дай мне хотя бы знак.
Господи, дай мне знак!
Number 2. Ты хотя бы пытался. At least you tried. This is not what most people would love to hear, but sometimes you need to try multiple times before you actually succeed in something. So, at least you tried. That is a good phrase. Ты хотя бы пытался or пыталась if you are talking to a woman. Сегодня у нас пасмурно. Но хотя бы нет дождя. At least there's no rain. It's gloomy у нас, in our universe, in our place. But at least there is no rain. So in all these examples, we can replace хотя бы with хоть, but not хоть бы. Хоть. So we can say, дай мне хоть знак. Ты хоть пытался. Сегодня у нас пасмурно. Но хоть нет дождя. Хоть here will sound more informally, or it's a more colloquial word. Хотя бы is more neutral and can be used in a formal context as well. But хоть is used very often in colloquial, informal speech. These were хотя бы and хоть. At least. They are interchangeable here. Moving on to хоть бы. First of all, pay attention to the pronunciation. It's хоть бы with a d. Why is it like this? Because before the b sound, which is voiced, that means when you pronounce it and you put your fingers on your throat, you feel the vibration. B, 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 b. So it's a voiced consonant. And the t here also becomes voiced when it precedes b. So хоть бы. We don't say хоть бы. We say хоть бы. It's easier to say it like this. And the emphasis is here. Хоть бы. I is not stressed. So what does it mean? Хоть бы. Хоть бы мне повезло. So I just hope I will be lucky. I just hope I'm lucky. Хоть бы, we say it when we really want something to happen. We want it so much we could close our eyes and put our fingers like this and wish for it. And if we wish for it really, really, really strong, that will happen. That is the implication behind хоть бы. So, here we have an interesting word, повезло. So what does it mean? Or what's the nature of it? Actually, it's a verb. It's a verb that only has two forms. Везет in the present tense and повезло in the past tense. And literally it means to carry. to carry something. This verb also has a direct meaning. To carry something usually to carry something by transport. So use transport to carry something from one place to another. Here, in its figurative meaning, it means that the life carries something good to me. Мне, again, the recipient form. So if I'm lucky, I receive something from life, from the universe, from God, whatever. So this life carries good things to me. And if it's in the past tense, it already happened. So it carried good things to me. So this is the past tense form. Well, actually, there is a future tense. Повезет. Повезет. I will be lucky. But in this sentence, хоть бы мне повезло, we will use the past tense. Why? Because in our dreams, in our imagination, it already happened. So when we say хоть бы, in our mind, it already happened. And this is a good thing. Yes, we hope for this picture to come live. That is why after хоть бы, the verb will also be in the past tense. Number 2. Хоть бы ему понравилось. Or хоть бы ей понравилось. Again, here we have a verb in the past tense, понравилось, and we have the recipient, ему or ей, to him, to her. Понравилось is the past tense of the verb нравится, to be pleasing. So we hope something is pleasing to him or to her. And we use хоть бы to express our strong wish for it. Хоть бы они приехали в Москву. For example, if I live in Moscow and I'm a fan of some foreign band, I can say хоть бы они приехали в Москву. I just wish they come to Moscow one day and I can visit their concert. So again, приехали is a verb in the past tense here. Хоть бы они приехали в Москву. So this was the last phrase, хоть бы, and now you can use this chart to use these words in your speech. So you can write it down and memorize it. Very good. If you like this, give me a thumbs up, and I have other very useful videos on Russian word difference, on confusing words in Russian. So you can watch them in the playlist with the same name, Russian word difference. So this was it for today, and I will hope to see you soon here on my channel and also on our lessons, where our tutors and I will not only explain the difference between confusing words in Russian, but they will also help you with the structure, the grammar. They will fix your broken Russian if it's broken, and they will help you to build a good foundation if you are a zero student. So book lessons, watch my lessons on YouTube, and you will achieve Russian proficiency very soon.